Hey, Earl Hall here. Just got off of an interesting call with one of our coaches, with one of my coaches that helps us build the business that we've built. Been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and there's this question about talent. There's this question about, are you able to build an actual business the way that you want it to be built? And one of the things is I'm coaching people. I do a lot of coaching. I've been instrumental in helping build businesses to over and scale to $1 million, which is really, really nice to be able to say. But when I'm talking to people one-on-one or even in a group setting, and they're struggling with building a business, I've come to realize this. Some people just can't do it. If you're asking yourself, because you're seeing people do this thing, you're seeing people actually build a successful and sustainable business, and you're in that same industry, but you're not able to do it, maybe you're just not good at it. Now, the good part about this, it doesn't have to stay that way. It doesn't mean that you can't get good, but you don't have everyone else's story, right? The person that is successful in the industry that you're in has a story and a reason why they've gotten to where they are. Now, if you're smart, what it is that you'll do is you'll tap into those people and try and model what it is that they're doing, because something that they're doing is working, but it is a fact that you're not doing it. Now, you may say, well, I'm calling the same types of leads. I'm using the same types of script. But there are things that are intimately just details that are in some of this that if you're not doing it, you're not going to have that level of success. It could come down to dedication. It could come down to work ethic. It could come down to you need more training. And what I'm talking about, using the same leads, using the same types of scripts, which is great, but do you have their tonality? Do you have their confidence? Do you have the ability to command the authority that you need to have in order to persuade that person to go ahead and buy from you? Because look, all of us have invested in courses, we've invested in training and done a lot of things, but I know intimately over my 52 years on the planet that when I purchase a course, I'm expecting to get something out of that course. It has nothing to do with the course, however. It has to do with me and what it is that I'm executing from that course. Because if I'm not executing in the proper way, if I'm not following the directions, if I'm not trying to get better and better each and every day, I'm not going to get the benefit out of the course. And you think about this, many of us have gone to college. We've paid exorbitant amounts of money to go through school. But are you working in that industry? You paid all this money, but you're not even benefiting from those courses that you took. You're not looking to, per se, well, I'm not working in the industry that I got a degree in, I'm going to complain about the college. Same thing goes when I or you purchase courses. We can't complain about a course, but the one thing that we can complain about is the one thing that we have ultimate control over, which is ourselves. What is it that we're doing? Now let's flip back here, because look, you may think you're doing something in the same manner as someone else is doing, but you're not getting the same results, so you want to look to blame something else. It's the wrong attitude to take. When we're smart, what we do is we want to get beside those people that are successful. We want to get beside those people in some way, shape, or form so that we can benefit from the knowledge that they have. Now, you can't take up a lot of these folks' time. They're successful. They're doing things that you're not doing. But you can hop on potentially a Zoom call. You can communicate with them via Facebook, especially let's just say you're in the same course as other people are and you're seeing people succeed. This is what I do. When I'm in a course, I'm looking at those people that are succeeding and I'm communicating with them if I'm not at their level yet, but I want to get to their level. But you also have to manage your expectations. You've been in an industry 1 year, 6 months, 3 months, and you're talking to someone that has had skin in the game for over a decade, and they've had a lot of bumps and bruises that they've gone through, and they've figured out, they've cracked the code, they now know the secret sauce. This is what courses and communities are for and about. But if you're not digging in, if I didn't dig in to courses that I've paid $5,000, $20,000, $50,000 for. I'm talking about me personally. If I didn't dig into those courses, it wasn't the course's fault. It was mine. If I got frustrated after the first 2, 3, 4 weeks and didn't continue to move the needle, that was my fault, not the courses. And when you look at the successful people that are out here, no matter what the industry it is that you're in, the successful people out here never make an excuse to not move forward. They never blame exterior things on their failure. They only look at themselves. I'm telling you what successful people do each and every day. And if your mindset is to look for something to blame, as opposed to looking for something to change and improve in you, you will always be what I deem as a professional course taker, a professional taker of classes. But you never move the needle because you're getting information, but you're not improving yourself. You're not challenging yourself to do the hard things. When I decided, and it is a decision, when I decided that I was going to succeed, I'm just going to tell you what I did. I went into a particular industry and I was working a full-time job. And I said, okay, how am I going to build this business that I want to build and work a full-time job? I went first to my wife. At the time, we had 4 kids living in the house. Now we're down to 2, so we're improving, right? We had 4 kids living in the house, 1 in college at the time. I literally said to my wife, honey, I need 2 years. She's like, what? I said, I need 2 years. Because I'm going to dig into this thing, because if I don't do it now, at the time I was about 44 years old, I'm 52 now. And I said, if I don't do this now, I will forever be unfulfilled if I don't just do this. I said, I need you to give me 2 years. She's like, what do you mean? I'm not going to be at every birthday. I'm not going to be at every family function. I'm going to forget things. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to figure this out and I'm going to do this for 2 years. And I'll just tell you my schedule. At the time, I was a bus operator. That means I, was on the bus all day and night, driving a bus, making 6 figures, not a bad salary, but I wasn't satisfied there because I didn't like the life that I was living. So I wanted to make a change. So what I did was, I said, okay, I actually took a pay cut and said, I need a more regular schedule. I took a $30,000 a year pay cut. Yes, I did, so that I could get on a regular schedule. That schedule was 7 p.m. at night to 3:30 in the morning. 7 p.m. at night to 3:30 a.m. in the morning, so that I could do what I needed to do during the day to build my business. For 2 years, this was my schedule. Go to work 7 p.m., get off 3:30 a.m., come home, take a short nap, wake up so that I could get my kids to school by 7:15. Come back home, work on my business until noon, take a nap from about 1 to again 3 p.m., go pick my kids up from school, bring them back home, take another short little nap and work for an hour or 2 on my business before I went back to work at 7 p.m. that night. I did that for 2 years. Now, what is your level of dedication? I'm successful. Do you want to be? So what are you willing to sacrifice to get that success? It is going to take your time and it is going to take your money. But if you're not willing to do the tough things that every other successful person has done, from sacrificing their time, from sacrificing their money, to learning all the skill sets that they needed to learn in order to succeed, you will never become successful. The thing is, all it takes is a decision, and you will right now get on that path to being exactly who you know you can be in whatever industry that you're in. I'm wishing you the best. And I hope this challenged you. I hope this got under your skin, but I hope it is going to push you to do what it takes to be successful. Stop making excuses and stop blaming anything outside of yourself for your failure, and most of all, your success. Because if you succeed, that was 100% you as well.